Great ways to lower blood pressure using one great fruit. Have you had your lycopene today? If you ate a green salad with fresh chopped tomatoes, then you not only got a healthy dose of this powerful antioxidant, but you have also taken significant action toward lowering your blood pressure. A recent double-blind study conducted in Israel has confirmed what hearth-healthy Italians have enjoyed for centuries: tomatoes, and tomato sauce, lower blood pressure and the risk of heart disease. Dr. Esther Perrin, head of the hypertension division of Soroka Medical Center, led up the Israeli study. It involved patients who were already being treated for hypertension, but were not responding well to the medications. Dr. Perrin had patients take a supplement of tomato extract. The results were a significant drop in blood pressure after just 4 weeks. Tomatoes are so effective at lowering blood pressure because they contain lycopene. This potent antioxidant is even the focus of some hybrid tomatoes grown by the Israeli company, Lycomato, in order to have higher concentrations of lycopene in each piece of fruit. Other antioxidants found in tomatoes make this one superfood in the prevention of heart disease. It can even help keep LDL cholesterol from oxidizing, which makes it stick to the arteries and narrow the passageway, causing blood pressure to increase. Even during the peak growing season, it can be difficult to consume 4 whole tomatoes each day, which is the recommended amount for having a positive impact on blood pressure. Here are some ways to get the benefits of tomatoes without having to eat them straight off the vine. 1. Make chili. Using tomato puree, which is a concentrated form of tomatoes, as the base for your chili utilizes the antioxidants without the bulk of a whole tomato. Add some ultra-lean and high-protein ground bison and kidney beans with minced garlic and onions, and cayenne pepper, and you have a heart-healthy main course and a full day's allowance of tomato. 2. Since using olive oil with the tomatoes enhances the curative quality, make your pasta sauce red with tomatoes, tomato paste and olive oil to saute the garlic and onion. Tomato paste used in making sauce contains more than 10 times the nutrients of a single tomato. 3. Have a fresh salad as a side dish to either of these entrees and cut 1 whole tomato on top. You'll get 1/4 of your tomato intake right there. 4. Drink tomato juice. It is better to make your own fresh juice so that you can control the sodium. Store-bought juices can be high in sugar and sodium-based preservatives. If you have a juicer, you can make some incredible veggie juices to suit your own tastes by adding carrots, celery and some low-sodium seasonings. 5. Take a tomato supplement. If you just can't stomach tomatoes, then a 200 mg supplement provides the equivalent of more than the recommended 4 tomatoes. Adding tomatoes to your diet can reduce systolic blood pressure by 10 points and diastolic pressure by 4 points, as was evident in the Israel study. Whatever way you slice it, tomatoes will keep strengthen your immune system and lower blood pressure. When was the last time you had a wine and cheese party? You don't need to be an artist to enjoy one. It's a great way to entertain guests and a good excuse to get together. It's also a nice way to ward off high blood pressure. Cheese and wine parties are excellent for larger get-togethers as well. You can make it lots of fun by having every guest bring a bottle of wine and an exotic cheese. It's a great way to sample new wines and cheeses, and a perfect way to get to know your friends better with free-flowing wine and conversation. What better way to kick back and relax, both you and your arteries? Wine is good for lowering your blood pressure, and so is cheese. But not just any old wine, make it a red one. Read on to find out why. Tilde a glass or 2 a red tilde. The flavanol called resveratrol is a protective antioxidant. Free radicals are agents that affect chemical reactions in the body. They can cause cell damage resulting in cancer and other problems such as high blood pressure. Resveratrol as the protective antioxidant protects your arteries against the damage done by free radicals and also assists in preventing the hardening of your arteries. Flavanol also benefits you in another important way. The clumping together of blood platelets causes blood clotting and thrombosis, not something you want to have to deal with, as both can be deadly serious problems. Flavanol is active in stopping your platelets from bunching up together. A glass of red wine helps your body to prevent these nasty problems by keeping your blood smoothly flowing through your arteries. And some more good news, recent studies have shown that drinking red wine also helps to improve the operation of your artery linings. When the linings of your arteries are working properly, they freely dilate, bringing down your blood pressure. The only question is how much of the good red is too much. Nobody is suggesting you go out and buy a crate of red to be consumed immediately, but a glass or two a day is ideal for most people. This is the perfect consumption to keep your heart and arteries young, and maintain your blood pressure at healthy levels. Which red wine is best? The darker varieties are best as they are higher in the protective resveratrol flavonoid. As far as white wine is concerned, you really shouldn't bother, it has much less benefit than the mighty red. A chunk of cheese. When we think of cheese, we tend to think of how much fat it contains, and whilst cheese does have more than enough saturated fat, a little is actually good for you. The key is, of course, moderation. Just like red wine, if you don't go overboard, it can be healthy. Too much of it and your cholesterol levels can rise. When cheese is being made and the milk is fermenting, peptides are released from the milk proteins. Peptides, which are related to proteins and amino acids, help to control your blood pressure by impeding the enzymes that convert angiotensin. Angiotensin are made up of any of the 3 polypeptide hormones, one of which is a powerful vasoconstrictor, something that constricts a blood vessel. When the protein angiotensin gets converted to angiotensin II, it constricts your arteries and increases the retention of water and sodium. This whole process has a rather adverse effect on your blood pressure, it pumps it right up. You can stop the reaction that forces your blood pressure up by taking in the other peptides, those found in fermented milk products like cheese. Eating a small wedge of cheese blocks the enzyme that creates angiotensin II, helps your arteries to stay relaxed, and thereby keeps your blood pressure down. Take it easy with a nice glass of Shiraz and a slice of Gruyere. Having been at the grinding wheel all day, when the tension built up during the day has pumped up your blood pressure, why not enjoy some nice cheeses with a glass of dark red wine? Relax your mind, relax your body, relax your arteries, get your blood pressure back to a normal level. It will be greatly appreciated by your heart. It was already known that food rich in flavanols are lowering the blood pressure. Flavanols are also called in a medical scientific language as natural antioxidants, and the aliments that are containing these antioxidants are like tea and red wine, but from now on we will put on this list the dark chocolate too. A very significant lowering of the blood pressure was found on the groups that consumed the dark chocolate for 15 days, and not any blood pressure lowering in the group eating white chocolate. Another successful treatment, beside lowering blood pressure, was the reduction in insulin resistance at the group eating dark chocolate. Also, the bad cholesterol level decreased by 10%. At the group eating only white chocolate, there was no changing regarding lowering blood pressure or cholesterol level. They were the same as the beginning of the experiment.